And welcome back to another round of Crucible Crazy King matches in the Season 3, Week 6. We have Team Red with the DC Ray, a Crusader, double Watcher, Gatling on the double Banshee, double Gatling, and it's dead. Ooh, okay, good that I had that. Super Hobo is piloting the Thickness again, a Corsair with front Carronade, double Gatling, double Watcher, and rear Harpoon. Ship number 3, Team Blue, the Unsinkable 6, piloted by Polar Bean with 2 AI, a Watcher Goldfish. Ship number 4, the basically a Goldfish, a Watcher at the front, piloted by wait a second, I don't know, front Watcher, double Gat on the side, double Watcher on the side, and Harpoon in the rear. And it looks good for Team Blue so far. They have captured the point. They rendered the Thickness useless by completely disabling them. Thickness is currently armor breaking, taking heavy Watcher fire. Their ally is rushing back into the battle, getting a bit close for my taste. Yeah, rushing. I mean, sometimes if you go for ram, it's you do something like the Crusader just did and completely miss the target and then have to reposition yourself in order to get back in line, and there you go again. They're turning again, losing time by that. If they just try to keep the distance, and then they would just have to make small adjustments in order to keep the fire on the enemy ship. Team Blue is leading with 67 points. Both teams are moving now to the second point, point B, as there are only 10 seconds left at point A. Currently no team has the control of the point. Blue is in the kind of lead, like positioning wise on the next point. Basically a Goldfish is tarring the Thickness behind itself, and yeah, now just tar their ally with them. But Blue is with 2 ships on the point, just barely with the Corsair. And Red just, still needs to get close, while Blue is already farming points and can now focus more on actually attacking the enemy. DC Array moving again for the Unsinkable 6 and going for the ram. This time they're hitting, dealing 70% damage to the hull, but then getting disabled from behind from the enemy. Basically a Goldfish Corsair, sorry. And yeah, there you could see they were so close that the enemy ship just by slightly hitting them off center, ramming them off center, they were able to just push them away and out of arc. That's why you want to keep your distance, and especially since the Crusader is not a good ramming ship. I know a lot of pilots that like to ram with it, but it certainly is not. It just got the same armor stats than as a per million, but maybe not way less, but significantly less hull HP, hull points than the per million, which makes them more vulnerable to losing their armor. Blue has the control over the point. Red is not able to make any advancements there. Even if they push Blue now off the point, they only got 1 minute left. They are not going to be able to get a lot of points out of there. DC Array now. Why can't I see that tower? Ah, okay, there it is. Armor break on the basically a Goldfish, but these are Oh, and basically completely disabled. The DC array is now fighting against the Tar, and is, yeah, just okay. So there I thought they moved themselves in a less favorable position, or had themselves been maneuvered by the enemy, but they packed Tar as well, tarring now the Corsair in turn, and moving on to point C, which just now activates. We will see, yeah, Watcher, first Watcher coming out, disabling the Crusader. Second Watcher. Lots of Corsairs today. That just calls for a nerf. I mean, the Corsair is up for nerf anyway, but I think it's obvious why a lot of teams choose to have at least one Corsair in their team. Blue is now able to dual focus the thickness Superbus Corsair. What I find interesting in these matches is that the more experienced pilots take the Corsair, opposed to the less experienced pilots, because I would reckon that the Corsair is a bit easier to pilot, properly pilot, than a Goldfish or Crusader. So, and no, I'm not going to answer that Steam message. I'm sorry. Well, okay. 30 seconds left on point C. Team Red and Team Blue should now be moving to point D. Blue is leading with quite a margin. If they get now some kills at the point, I guess they'll be able to win this. This will be the for them, this could be the deciding point, point D, matchmaking point. These ERA found themselves in a dual focus. They were able to, were they? I don't know, I think they managed to get some damage onto the unsinkable 6, sorry. And tarring now the whole cloud, mostly their own ally, which is a bit unfortunate. No team has the point yet. Lots of watches going out, so yeah, still the weapon of choice for brawling, I see. Oh, will we have a sandwich? Ah, no. Could have been a sandwich on the Crusader. Okay, Red was able. Now, with 2 ships on the point, 1 kill, they might actually be able to get this point. Yeah. Okay, Red captured their first point, and they should now be moving to point E. Quite the miss spawn by Well, I don't know if there is a spawn here, but there should be one, like, in between, closer to E. Is there? I don't know. If not, it's quite far for Team Blue to get there now. So, yeah, Blue is capturing the point, and that's probably game for Blue, winning with 5 points. 2-1 against Team Red. Yeah, 1.5 minutes left. Red is going to snowball here, or moving into meat grind DC array. I mean, they need to move in, obviously, because they can only lose if they stay away now. But that match is lost. Yeah. Oh, and a sandwich. Beautiful end. Beautiful end.